You Aries don't want any scrubs. You have the Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Nine of Swords, right? Trying to help some people in the past, going back to the type of people that you thought you would be in a relationship with forever, and how it is that you gave them money, and giving them money wasn't a very good thing for you to do, right? They just took all your money and they didn't respect you, right? And I just see that a lot of you Aries reflect on that. You're not going back to a person who would do that, no way. But I just see that a lot of you Aries, you learned where you came from, and you learned that, you know, being a little bit too loyal to your friends can be a detrimental thing. And what I mean by that is, yes, you should be loyal to your friends, your loved ones. But it also depends on the quality of your loved ones as well, right? Because if a person is upright, they're not always going to be looking for money. You know what I mean? As to where those people, they were looking for money, and that's the reason why you had a big falling out with them in the first place. So the Emperor and the Four of Cups now, the Emperor and the Four of Cups now is about how you're not going to try to fix people that are broken. And that's great, because I honestly see that you Aries are finally learning from your lessons. Like, that's one thing, and that's one thing you and Virgo be having in common, right? We're trying to fix people sometimes. And the thing about it is that Aries deals with the thug love. You understand? Aries deals with the thug love. Trying to have that thug love type of mentality, right? On either side, right? Because both sides can be thugs, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of you Aries are done with that. Trying to fix broken people, right? The Emperor, the Four of Cups. Four of Cups represents those people needing help. And the Emperor represents you, obviously. Aries, Emperor. But this also represents you for just more than one reason, right? It's not just your zodiac sign. This is about you, Aries, sitting on your throne, looking at it like, okay, you're not moved to help somebody, because why should you help someone who is unwilling to help themselves? And so now you have the Lovers, right? The Lovers represents that self-care. This has been the theme for this batch of readings, right? Is what I'm really finding out, is the self-care, the self-love that comes along with finally understanding your own value, right? And that understanding that you Aries should not, in fact, be so gung-ho or so amped up about trying to save people, right? This idea of needing to save everybody. Just because somebody says that they're your friends, more than that. Just because someone says that they're your romantic interest and they're in love with you, does not necessarily mean that you should be wasting your time and your effort trying to talk to them, trying to save them, trying to find out if they're okay. And the Lovers really over here represents you Aries, knowing that now, right? Realizing, King of Swords, you have to approach scenarios like this where someone is trying to do nothing but take from you as a leech, a parasite. And you have to, a lot of you Aries are realizing that even though you are a fire sign, you have to become more cold-hearted in the sense that, you know, you got to get off of the romanticism. You got to get off the romanticism. It's not just about, you know, just in case if a person tells you they love you, you know, now all of a sudden they tell you that they love you. Now you're like, oh, okay, you're head over heels for them. It's about you Aries realizing that you could have love for somebody, but it does not mean that just because you love someone, it means that you should be with them. It means that you should hang out with them, right? And you're not being cold-blooded from the perspective of like cruelty. You're being cold-hearted from a perspective of compassion. And I've said this before, compassion is very much so different than what most people think, because compassion very much so is cool, right? It's not cruelty. It's not obsessiveness or being fire hot. Compassion is cool. It's the ability to let go. And a lot of you Aries are starting to realize that you have to let go of the moment, especially when people come showing up with their hand out, right? So the Nine of Pentacles represents, again, you've changed from your experiences. Who you were last year. You remember last year when a lot of you Aries was going through situations with people, and you had people even around the holiday times asking you for money, trying to find out what exactly is going on with your situation and how you get your money, how you earn your living. And the thing about it is that for you Aries, it was inconveniencing you, but you Aries was like, okay, you'll be willing to give money away, right, to them, give them it, right, because you have love in your heart for them. But they did not respect you in exchange. They didn't care. When you gave them the money, they were nowhere to be heard from, right, or heard of. But then you have the Six of Pentacles now. Now you're in a position to give. But who you will be giving is, number one, yourself, right? Because you need to have it to give. But you'll also be giving people that truly deserve it. People that show to you from time, stressful time, effort that they put in, that they actually care about you, care about your well-being, and you're not just money to them, right? So the thing is that the Judgment now is about you Aries understanding that you just have to continue to have that mindset, right? Because that's the one thing that you Aries don't want. You don't want to have to slip back into the mindset where you were just giving money away for nothing, right? You want to be able to have this mindset where you understand that it's not all about just shoving money in a person's face, right? And fixing every problem with money. Even if a person is asking for it, do they need that? So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Lovers. Two of Swords, Justice, right? Lovers, Tower. Yeah, the Two of Swords, you were once like this, where you didn't know how to carry yourself. You Aries didn't know what to think, where to move, how to go, where to go. The Justice, pulling from the opposite polarity of Libra. You have a better idea of where to go. All the things that those dysfunctional people did, just remember where it is that you came from, Aries. Remember how far you've come. Things are good for you right now compared to how it used to be. And that's what it is that you should be measuring yourself by, compared to how it used to be last year. Y'all remember last year? Y'all remember in January when I had to go through this tussle with a lot of y'all? I had to get y'all to get out of your own way. Like, look, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you Aries, or be like confrontational to y'all, or be in your way. I'm here to tell y'all, you remember that? I'm here to tell y'all that a lot of y'all are not letting go of people that don't care about you. And what is it that y'all did, right? Y'all finally did that. Y'all listened to what I had to say, right? You got out of your own way, right? Chastising me, not right, giving me views or any of that type of stuff, not really watching my videos. Now a lot of you Aries understand, like, I really did have your back, and I still have your back. You understand? So the Justice now is about how now those people are doing bad without you, because we've been through these readings. If they could get their foot back in the door, walk in the house, right, greet you again, they would do that. If they could get back with you, they would do that in a heartbeat, like that. But it's not going to be just so easily. It's not going to be just easily. And then the thing is that the Lovers in the Tower is about you Aries, understand it, right? A lot of Mars energy. Tower is Scorpio. Scorpio is also ruled by Mars. Then you have the Lovers, right? Gemini. So you understand that love has to be a two-way street. The person has to put in an effort to get to know you as well, right? Because Aries is one of those zodiac signs that, you know, you will have to find out what they like, because you Aries can be very you can be a contradiction. You can look one way and not necessarily be that way. So a person has to actually put in the time and the effort to really get to know you, right? That you like, of course. And if they're unwilling to put in the time, you Aries don't need them anyway.